Zach Williams, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Super. I appreciate you taking some time out of your schedule to join us here on the Light FM today.
Yeah, man. I have honestly hadn't had much of a schedule this year, so this is about all I've been doing.
Well, let's talk about that for a few minutes because I know starting 2020, you had a packed schedule,
Yeah,
as many of us did, looking at a great year ahead with lots of ministry opportunities through face to face concerts. But that's certainly changed a lot since February and March. What's it look like for you?
yeah. I don't think any of us, when we canceled our tour or when we came home from our shows, I don't think any of us thought that it would last this long. I remember thinking in March when we were coming back from Texas, like we'll be home for a couple of weeks and we'll be back out on the road, and then that turned into 2 weeks and then 4 weeks, and before I knew it, we'd been stuck in our house for 2 months. And yeah, I mean, it's been tough. Just that uncertainty of kind of not knowing, what you're going to do. So, I've been doing a lot of writing. I've done a lot of these Zoom calls. You know, spending a lot of time with my family. To be honest with you, it's actually been nice to just kind of be off this year. I mean, as much as I've hated, not having the work and not being able to go out and play shows and do ministry, just being able to spend time with my family after being, pretty much for the last 3 to 4 years, pretty much on the road all the time. It's been really nice to just be home and kind of just reconnect with everybody and just do what I haven't got to do in the last several years. So that's been nice. That's been the plus side. And for me, honestly, I think that I really think there's going to be a something really big come out of this season for for everybody. I think God's going to do something really cool with this. If He's not already doing it, if anything, He's bringing families back together. So, um, but yeah, it's been different. Trying to adjust to playing shows online and doing live things like this, and because I'm not a real techie guy, so I normally start freaking out about 5 minutes before I have to do one of these Zoom calls and trying to make sure I've got all the stuff set up, and half the time I don't. So today was actually a good day trying to get this thing going. So
Well, we're all day to day right now. And Zach, I love how God has used your platform and your music that was written well in the past to impact people today. How
yeah,
songs that we know and love on the Light FM and even new songs are ministering in ways to people that really need that right now. And hope remains the key. And your music, along with so many others that we play each day, reminds our listeners of that hope in Jesus.
yeah. Well, thank you. I mean, that's the thing. I think God has really given me a cool. I mean, I would say he gave me this story, and now he's giving me a platform to use it. I don't know that he gave me the story. I would say he allowed me to live through some pretty rough patches and some dark times. And the thing is I grew up in church, and I had this knowledge, and I had this root system that my parents had kind of instilled in me at an early age. And I knew that there was a God out there. I believed in Him. I knew that He wanted good for me. I just feel like there was a number of years in my life that maybe I was out running from Him, that He was still chasing me down. And now He's allowed me to take this story and share it with people, with hopes of, hey, look what He's done in my life. He can do that in yours. If you're struggling, if you're in a place where you think you're lost and hopeless, there's a God out there that loves you, that wants you to come home. And so it's been really cool to just see how over the last several years, the people that I've met on the road and the stories I've heard, just how they're connecting with this music. And it's even more, every day whenever I hear these stories, it lets me know, like, hey, you're really doing what God wants you to do. So that's the cool thing.
Yeah, certainly. Zach Williams with us. And we're excited about this weekend with a special virtual festival. You're talking about how technology is something we've all had to learn and adapt to. We really didn't do Zoom calls much before March, but now we're doing a lot of online, but it's reaching a new audience. We're able to now go into places we couldn't have gone before, and people that may not have attended a music festival prior to this. We'll do that this weekend. Let's talk about the Hope Lives Festival. You're joining with a lot of other Christian artists together for this special event on Saturday night.
Yeah, we're just gonna do like a live acoustic set. It should be cool. Like I said, it's not really my wheelhouse, all this techie stuff. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I do what I'm told when I'm to go. We'll play some music, and hopefully it reaches some folks that need to hear it.
That's going to be on the Light FM's Facebook page, 8 o'clock on Saturday night. You can be a part of that live stream with Zach Williams and so many other artists coming together. Zach, our listeners all find themselves in unique places. I was just reading this morning of another local pastor and others who have been diagnosed with the virus, and others are facing potential job losses. And there's just so much with schools and what's going to happen in the days, weeks, and months ahead. But how would you encourage someone that may be watching this or listening this morning to just continue to focus on what God has for them in this moment, and to be able to trust that He's going to work all this out?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely advice that I'm having to try to use myself. I think all of this, the enemy, wants us to take our focus off of God. That's exactly what all this is doing. And I think, if he could have his way, he would, like we've seen, keep the churches shut down, keep everybody from, worshiping. But that's the thing, God's people, they've found a way to continue to have church. We've done it in our living rooms. We're doing it online. We're doing it just like we're doing this weekend. For me, I think if anything, it's grown my prayer life even more than in the past. I've caught myself even praying, and being more bold in my prayer, going to God and asking for the things that we need for this nation and for our families and for our country, even more than I have in the past. And that's the thing. I'm one of my favorite scriptures. It talks about, if you draw near to God, He draws near to you, and that's kind of the thing. We've just got to keep ourselves in that place, that vertical place with God, just in prayer. And like I said earlier, He's going to turn it around. I think He's going to use this for something positive that the enemy's trying to destroy. So just encourage people to stay in the Word, stand firm, stay strong, and we'll get through this together.
Zach, you mentioned having more time with the family. That's something we've all been enjoying. So as this summer has gone along, what have you been able to do creatively at home with the family and having some fun together?
Oh my, we've done everything from we bought one of those hot shot basketball things and set it up in the garage. My daughter got a case of sidewalk chalk she draws with all the time. We've played bocce ball. We've played can jam. We've done as much as we could. We've put together so many puzzles and watched movies. And, we've got a few friends that have invited us up to the lake a few different times. So we've had a chance to go up and get on the lake and ride jet skis and be on a boat. And, it's not been too bad. It's like I said, it's been a lot of fun just being home and being with the wife and kids a lot more than usual. I think the one thing that was a little disrupted is my wife homeschooled already. So whenever I came off the road, I really kind of messed up their schedule. So they've got a little catch up to do probably next year, but it's nothing they can't do. So it's been fun.
Super. Well, Zach, we continue to pray for you and your family and your ministry. We look forward to getting to hear some of those songs down the road that you've been writing in this time at home. I know that God is going to continue to orchestrate something special and beautiful through that. And we're just looking forward to the event this Saturday night. Again, that'll be on the Light FM's Facebook page. And it's just a privilege to get to spend some time with you this morning and just hearing your heart for what you're doing. We're praying for you guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.